Hey guys, thanks for stopping by. Today we're taking a look at this. It is designed by KingKong. It's the iQ100 aircraft finder and tail light. This costs about $7 from Banggood, and I would definitely recommend it to absolutely anyone, whether you're building your own FPV racing quad or you've just got a ready to fly kit and it doesn't have any of these sort of things on it. I would say this is an absolute must-have for anybody's quadcopter, and at such a cheap price you can't really argue against getting this. So anyway, let's open it up and take a look and see what it is. So here it is out the packaging, and you'll be able to see it's incredibly tiny, probably about 3 or 4 inches of wire on there and probably less than 10 grams on this, I'd say. So don't worry about this putting extra weight on your quad, because it will be worth it. You'll notice we've got the servo connection on the end there, so we can simply plug that in to our 5-volt supply on our flight controller, or if you want we can go ahead and snip this and solder that directly on there as well. So taking a closer look at the main body of it, you'll see we've got this round cylindrical thing on here. This is actually a buzzer, so this is going to be a really loud piercing buzz, and you'll be able to hear this beeper from quite a long way away. The 2 white bits on the ends here are LEDs. These can be different colours, and I'll show you them just in a sec. And finally on the end here, you might be able to just about see it. We've got a very little button. This can be pressed to change different modes and also change the LED colours. So I'm going to go ahead and quickly solder it onto my quad, and we'll take a look and see how it functions. So I've quickly soldered this onto a messy build, and I absolutely howled the first time I heard this. Listen to the music it plays when I plug it in. Isn't that incredible? It's the Star Wars theme tune, Imperial March, if I remember rightly. So anyway, you'll be able to see after we've powered up, we've got these LEDs on here. They are blinking red and blue slowly. You can actually change these. I played with this a bit earlier and left this on a custom setting. But if we go ahead and press the button on the end here, you'll be able to see that we hear a little beep registering that we've changed the LED settings. And obviously you'll be able to see we've changed those settings as well. So I'll quickly cycle through these and show you guys all the different ones. There's 5 different colours on here, I believe, and it does a lot of different variations of those colours as well. So I'll quickly cycle through them. You can see we've got various blinking ones like this, blinking with different frequencies. We've also got blinking ones with different colours, which I think is quite a nice touch. So you've got a couple more things to look out for when you've crashed and aren't able to see your quad. You know, if there was just a green light, it might be harder to spot if you landed in grass. But if you've got red and blue flashing on there, then that might help as well. Also, the thing I like most about this is this sort of slow flashing between these colours. I think this looks really nice because you can sort of have this as an accessory as well as a quad finder as well, which I think is a nice touch. So there you go, we've now cycled back to the original colours we started on. Oh, I'm not sure what that was. You might not be able to tell very well on this camera because I've got a lot of powerful lamps coming onto this, but this is really bright. I mean, I can't even really look at the LEDs on this without getting weird white spots in my eyes. So you're definitely going to be able to see this when you're flying your quad about. The problem I have with a lot of things like this is that the LEDs are really bright, and once you're in sunlight, you can't really see these anymore. But these are really good. I've taken them outside, I've tested it in the sunlight. Probably a bit pointless to show you a video of that because the camera just wouldn't be able to capture it very well, but these are really good and really bright. You can see them very far off, and I think that is completely the point of this really is to be able to see this. But also, as well as being able to see how bright this is, we can also listen to how loud this is. So the way this works is that you leave it still for 90 seconds. Basically, if you crash your quad, you're not going to know where it is, and hopefully all the motors will have turned off and everything will be stationary. So this has a little position, maybe gyro accelerometer in there, something along those lines that basically detects movement. So if you leave it still, it will count for 90 seconds, and then at the end of 90 seconds, if it's still not moved or lost power, so hopefully your battery will still have some power on there as well to be able to power this, then it will start doing an intermittent series of beeps. Okay, so there you go, that is now beeping, and you're able to see, I'm not sure how well you're going to be able to hear that or my voice, because the camera, because the microphone is directed pretty much at my mouth, but this is incredibly loud. You'd definitely be able to hear this from a long way off if you crash your quad, and I think, yeah, it's just really handy. I was actually testing this out whilst my girlfriend was returning home, and she could hear it down the street. It was that loud, and I was indoors. So this is a really, really awesome, tiny, and very, very cheap and lightweight thing by KingKong, the iQ100 aircraft finder and tail light. I'd recommend this to any of you guys. Oops, and you'll see there I've moved it, so it's turned off. Oh, no, it hasn't. I'd recommend this to anyone getting a quad and not having something on this like this, because it is definitely necessary. So if I go ahead and shake it a little bit, hopefully, nope. Okay, so I guess, okay, well I shook it earlier and it did work. There you go. You can also stop it by pressing the button on the end here. That'll stop it from beeping, or simply unplugging your battery as well, which I'm going to do now because it seems like I haven't got a lot of power left. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this. I definitely recommend this. Check it out. Links in the description. Thanks for stopping by, guys. I'll see you next time.